Hello, I am Nate McClendon, and welcome to Hear What I'm Seeing, where I bring in different artists and musicians to talk about art and then play what it is they see. Today, my guest here is Dr. Colleen White. She is the flute professor here at Kansas State. Welcome, Dr. White.
Thank you.
My first question for you is, how did this whole process seem to you, having to look at art and think about what you're seeing there, and then musically come up with a way of expressing that? How was that whole process for you?
Well, it was a lot like putting together a musical performance, but almost in reverse. A lot of the time we learn the music first, we get the notes down, we get all the phrasing the way we want it, we add emotion. But this was really looking at that emotive aspect first and saying, what kind of art speaks to me, and what elements are there that connect to some of the musical works that I know? So I selected a piece of Muhammad Ali that Parks took in 1966, where he's actually resting from either a practice match or a set. I almost said rehearsal. That's not right. But you know, I chose it because initially that idea of someone who's in motion all the time, being at rest, just spoke to me, and I thought that was really lovely. So one of the fascinating questions that Parks addressed when he did this series, the redemption of the champion, is who gets to write the narrative of a living champion, a living legend, right? So Muhammad Ali, 2 years before Parks took this photo, was celebrated for winning the heavyweight championship of the world. And then 2 years later, he's excoriated in the press for refusing the draft for Vietnam. And so when Parks did this, I think his idea was, let's look behind the curtain and let's see, is what we're seeing in the public image, in public social media, not social media, public media, right. You know, is it the core of the man? And I think the photographs really speak to that. So I chose Valerie Coleman's Danza de la Mariposa, which translates to Dance of the Butterfly. And so that was an immediate connection, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. So in Valerie Coleman's music, she does a lot with rhythmic manipulation, and we see that in Danza de la Mariposa. The rhythms and the melodies kind of juxtapose and often kind of fight with each other a little bit. And so there's this very active, sometimes very aggressive motion. But there are also motives, it's all based on motion of butterflies from South America. But she also includes some Peruvian laments, and those soft sections have a little bit of relaxation, and then little bits of stingers, musical stingers, and then the singing and playing, which has its own kind of aggression. So it's this very aggressive kind of melodic composite where you sing and play into the flute at the same time. The combination creates a growling sound, so it's a bit menacing in ways. There are some moments in the lament sections that almost come to a stop. And in the music, they're written as these places where you're supposed to let notes ring and then sit for a few measures of entire silence. And you get this sense of repose, which is exactly what I saw in the photo.
Your playing was beautiful. I love that. So thank you very much for that. Any closing thoughts you might have, again, on either the process of getting to play there or the process of coming up with a picture and reflecting on it musically?
I think the process just made the experience so much deeper. It was enhancing for the music and for my ideas about what I see visually. So thank you for that.